Oh my god, I nearly did a Russell. I nearly did a George Russell. And welcome back everyone to some more F1 24 driver career mode. We are heading to Singapore, which was the latest Grand Prix in real life as well. We've done pretty decently recently. Podium finishes all around from Belgium all the way to Monza, and then in Azerbaijan we just missed out on podium. I say just, but it was kind of a large margin. I think if Lando Norris did not crash, we could have gotten some good pace going, caught up by a couple seconds on the cars ahead and maybe even competed, but that again is not sure since it's a hypothetical here. But for now, we're in P3, 40 points behind Leclerc, and it's getting tight between Verstappen and Leclerc, 3 points in between them. And then in the constructors, lost out P2 to Ferrari last time out, 5 points behind them, and then another 14 to Red Bull. So we need Lando Norris to step up. Last time out, he just crashed on his own volition, so we need him to focus up in this one. Heading to Singapore, he did win this in real life, so let's see if he can repeat that performance here in the game. If you guys are enjoying this series, of course, make sure you leave a like and subscribe using the subscribe button down below. Really do appreciate your support.
As night falls in Singapore, the track starts to warm up, and it'll be red hot by the time we find out who's on pole for tomorrow's race. Time to set the grid then. Welcome along to qualifying here in Singapore.
Here we are then for the qualifying session of the Singapore Grand Prix. It's going to be a dry race as well, so I'm not too worried. Let's just head out there then, set a lap time on the softs, and let's see how competitive we really are out here.
Right, we're right on the cusp now. We've been pushed down to P11.
Crossing the line for P6 right now. We don't want to get too complacent. We might want to go for another lap at some point towards the end. We've seen in real life that Singapore has some insane track evolution, but I don't know if that's the case in this game. But we still want to make sure we're in a decent position. We're seeing Ricciardo behind us, but then us behind Hamilton, it's a little worrying. All right, for at least Q1, we're safe. I saw a 3/10 buffer, so I was like, yep, that's safe for us, and stayed in. Want to save as much tires as possible. Zhou, Vesti, Albon, Ocon, and Hülkenberg knocked out. So let's see what happens in Q2. Crossing the line for P5 right now. Faster than my teammate. It's a good sign. That was my one lap on the used softs. Faster than Hamilton this time. So very good. I think I was more efficient with my ERS usage that lap. So that is always a good sign. Living life on the edge there. Just stayed in for the rest of the session. Because I know the AI uses their fresh softs at the start of the session. So they always use all of their tires by the time they hit Q2. So, hey, they didn't improve at all. Lando Norris P9, myself in P7, Behrman, Tsunoda, Pocher, Sainz, and Ricciardo knocked out in Q2. Let's see, 8.7 tenths improved. Where does that put us on the grid? P2. Solid starting position then. Front row. Let's go. Fascinating results here. Fernando Alonso topping the group by a tenth ahead of me. And Charles Leclerc P3, a couple hundredths behind me. And then Norris rounding out the top 2 rows. Verstappen down in P6. Interesting. I did not expect him to be that far down with Perez in P9. He was struggling recently, so I'm not too surprised about that. But okay, we got a chance in scoring some big points and maybe even, clawing away at the gap to the front. Let's see if we can do that.
Marina Bay hosted a Grand Prix that briefly ran in the 60s and 70s, but the Garden City re-entered the calendar for good in 2008. We missed it for a couple of years, but it was great to come back to the Singapore Grand Prix. Things have changed slightly around the Marina Bay circuit with 4 corners removed between turns 16 and 19. It means the lap length is now just over 3 miles, and that might come as a welcome relief to the drivers, and more especially their brakes. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Fernando Alonso lines up on pole position, and the rookie completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Norris, Russell, Verstappen, Stroll, Hamilton, Perez, Oscar Piastri, Ricciardo, Sainz, Théo Pourchaire, Tsunoda, Behrman, Hülkenberg, Albon, Vesti, Ocon, and Zhou Guanyu. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today.
Alright, splendid starting position, front row of the grid. Let's see our strategy. It is a one-stop strat. Let us go a slight early pit stop here, a lap earlier, and drop our fuel a little bit. Of course, we want the tab to be about a quarter of the way through, I think. Let's go a little higher though, because we might be using a lot of fuel. Oh well, let's go into it. 6.6 laps of fuel in the surplus. We'll see how much we end on. I think it'll be like 1 lap in the surplus. But yeah, let's start this race starting from P2. Alright, solid. I love it. Front row, starting grid, lights out. Got a much better start than Alonso. Let's go. Got him. Got him off the line. But DRS will be enabled in the next lap, so I think Fernando Alonso might be able to get me here. Alright. Need to try and run away and get a gap going. Come on. I think Fernando Alonso already got a gap to P3. It might be Alonso and myself group here. It might be us too. Come on, Alonso. Let's run away, actually. Oh my god, I nearly did a Russell. I nearly did a George Russell. How bad's the damage? Not much. I thought Fernando was gonna squeeze his way through there at the hairpin past the bridge. I think he was trying, so I didn't want to collide with him and cause damage to both of our cars. Okay, need to start to get into a rhythm. Solid start. Leclerc's catching back up.
DRS is being enabled this
Okay.
lap. We can use DRS.
Alonso's going to use his DRS for sure.
And in the DRS zone.
So we'll lose out to Alonso. But we'll try to stay close to him and use that DRS against him as well. And maybe get a train going of only leaders. Alonso's a little too far back in this instance. Okay, we're still keeping him at bay. This time not doing a Russell. I still need to learn how to take that turn. That is like the worst part. That's the Achilles heel of my Singapore Grand Prix. Past the bridge. That hairpin, I still do not know how to take clinically. So it's causing me issues. Okay, Alonso's coming for it. Good defense. Fending him off for now. Let's see. Fastest lap.
Okay,
Russell
no
takes the
issues with
fastest
tyre
lap.
wear for now. Keep taking care
Stolen
of
by
it.
Max Verstappen. We wanted to take that back from Max. Hopefully at some point. Might be able to do it with the DRS if we can get it from Alonso. Alright, let's see. I think I might lose out to Alonso here. It's gonna go around the outside. Yep.
Come on, you can win that place back.
Nearly smashed my wing on him. Let's get back into the rhythm. Come on, come on, come on. I can't lose grip to Alonso here. Come on. Hey,
Good job.
fastest
That was
lap.
the
Let's go.
fastest lap of the race so far.
Yeah, as soon as we got DRS, it's coming into our grasps now. I just want to use Alonso to get a gap going. And potentially even just charge the battery for later. Yeah, I'm keeping a good gap on Leclerc. That's good. I don't want to rush things here. I'm just going to stay close to Alonso. Whoop. Just take it easy. Take it easy. Whoa. Slippery. Oh, safety car.
Don't worry about the target.
Safety car.
Follow the safety car.
Something
Okay,
happened.
The safety car is out. Safety car
Safety
is
car.
out. We need to form up at reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive.
Box this lap.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Everyone's pitting. Here we go, here we go. I knew this was going to happen because the hards are so OP. Everyone's going to pit.
Lando's coming in for
Everyone's
a
going to
stop
pit for
now.
those hards. So let's see if we can get a clean stop, boys. It's a little slow.
Okay, off we go.
No, it's
Back
not.
into the
We
race.
got Alonso.
Perfect
We got
job from
Alonso.
you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted
Cooked.
with that.
Cooked. Not that it matters much because it's going to be safety car and we're all going to be lined up in a row, but still, overtook Alonso in the pits.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
You'd love to see it. Alright, I'm not sure what happened. There was a safety car for some reason. But the safety car restart is in my hands
Approaching the
now.
safety
That's
car.
good.
You're leading, so don't pass it. Stay behind the safety car.
Alright, Bert Mylander. Finally deployed. In real life, Singapore was a non-safety car race. No red flags, no safety car for the Grand Prix itself. But here we get the safety car. A new variable in the mix here. Everyone on the hards trying to see this out until the end. But just in case, let me put on a fresh set of new tires ready in our strategy. In case there's a late safety car with like 5, maybe more laps, 5 to 10 laps remaining, we can chuck those softs on and then sprint to the end. Maybe even preserve our fastest lap record here.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in
Okay.
this lap. You'll be controlling the pace on the restart. Keep it steady until the safety cars reach the pit lane.
There's a pit limiter on. There's a pit limiter on. Okay. Tires are cool or even ice cold at this time. Gonna try and build those temps back up at this time. But as soon as we go into like two corners, we'll be fine. I was about to say 2 turns and then corners came out at the same time. So 2 torners. Anyway, we're gonna leave it until very late to get this going. We're ready to go. Fuel's a little good. Alright, let's go.
Green flag.
Okay, Alonso's feeling the pressure from Leclerc. Alright, keep it going.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
Tires are finally in operating window. Alonso, 7/10 behind. Trying to keep him at bay here. So far so good. Let's keep it up. Keep this pace up.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good. Oh, great stuff. You hit
Oh,
that target.
hit the
Really good
target
job.
just in time. Mark was telling me to burn some fuel. And we just about burned enough to get that objective. Alright. Back at it. Maintaining pace nicely ahead of Alonso. It's getting almost to the halfway point here. Almost. But Leclerc and Alonso keeping each other company right now. And I'm leading ahead of them with Russell some ways behind. No, never mind. Russell's involved as well, but Stroll some ways behind. So it's a four-way battle still. But you never know what will happen. Slightly better. I'm slowly getting better at that corner. Slowly getting better. Come on. Just need to maintain this pace. Keep going, keep going. Oh no, there's a yellow flag. What's going on there? It's someone stopping. It's an Alpine, possibly? Behrman. Is that Williams? Most likely a Williams, right? Alright, Behrman out in Sector 1. It's only a yellow flag in that sector. Does not impact us in Sector 3. Hopefully they can clear it out. I mean, I would not mind a safety car, but I would prefer just to keep this pace going. And just finishing the Grand Prix, you know? Stop the count. This would be nice. With the fastest lap, would be maximizing the point haul I could get out of a weekend.
Yellow flag. Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
It's right there. Oh, I've
Okay,
cut that
clear.
corner. Alright, first corner cut. We keep at it. Just keep it clinical. We were able to do it until lap 17, so another 14 odd laps left. We can do it. Let's stay on it.
Yes, mate, we hit the target. Nice work. Just so you know, we're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors, so I don't think you need to be worried, just some bad data, so keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems.
There he is again, saying that exact same line. Engineer quiet.
Copy.
Oh, I have a gap on Alonso. We have a gap on Alonso, that's good. We've been constantly trying to build that gap over the course of the last 2 laps. It's Leclerc trying to force Alonso into defensive maneuvers, causing him to be losing pace compared to us in clean air. So that's good. Compromising his racing line. Yep, the battle's harsh between them. I might carve away at Leclerc and Verstappen's lead in the championship with this result if it holds. So please, Alonso, I beg of you, help us out. Help the former team. Although it was GP2 engine McLaren, can you please help us out? Come on, Alonso, I have faith in you. Oh no, another yellow flag. Sector 3 this time. Might be an Alpine. Or is it a Williams? I mistook Behrman. Yeah, it's Alcon. It's an Alpine. Alright, Alcon's out. Lifetime penalty for Alcon for that. Oh, I did another Russell. But anyway. Alcon retires, but does not trigger a safety car or yellow flag or a red flag. I'm getting a good gap going on Alonso, trying to maintain it as well. Let's see if we can do it. Only a handful of laps left. 6 laps left after I cross the start-finish line here. It's good pace. Leclerc is keeping Alonso busy, and Alonso's keeping Leclerc busy, and that gives me freedom to run away. Nice. Good, good, good. Let's keep at it. 6 laps, 6 laps. This might be real life Lando simulator here. Smashed my average lap time objective. 2 laps to go until we crown ourselves the winners of Singapore Grand Prix. Quite interestingly, this might be my first ever win in Singapore in this game. For Haas, I think I scored a podium, or not even a podium. I think I was further down. And then for Mercedes, I never won around here. And then here with McLaren, I'm about to win. Thanks to an Alonso-Leclerc battle for P2. Looks like everyone's still on track, driving nicely. Although it's very rare to get a safety car red flag in the last 3 laps. Because the game does not register a red flag ending or a safety car ending. So we should be immune to some sort of race interrupting situation. We might get a DNF here and there, but no red flags that result from it, or a safety car that results from it. Only yellow flags waved. And just like that, we're about to start our last lap. And here we go, last lap, last lap. Fastest lap and P1 would be a huge blow to Leclerc and Verstappen's dominance. Leclerc currently being held at P3. Lando Norris up into P5. He's been struggling today, or of late. But good to see him in the top 5 at least. Would have been liked him if he was closer to me in this battle with Leclerc and Russell, and then maybe even battling Leclerc for P3. Would be nice to share a double podium and then also scrap away at Ferrari's Constructors' Championship points. But hey, P5 is better than none, like last time when he crashed out. So I'll take that. I don't see Verstappen in the top 5, so that's another good thing. I wonder where he is. Maybe he got held up in the pits from that pit stop mayhem when that first safety car got called. Taking that hairpin a lot better now. Took me 31 laps, or I don't know, I think I did another good one earlier. But it took me a couple laps in the Singapore Grand Prix itself to get that corner right. But easily coasting to the end. No risk. And just like that, with one more corner to go, I secure my first ever Singapore Grand Prix victory in F1 24. Let's go. That is massive.
Ah, superb driving. That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
It's never easy to make it across the finish line here in Singapore, but they've done so with some style here today to take a remarkable victory.
And just to seal it off, they've got the bonus point for the fastest lap too. It's something that's not that easy to achieve when you've got a car that's set up for long run pace. But to put on those tyres right at the right moment to get that fastest lap in, those extra points are going to count towards the title battle.
Our winning drivers are on their way to the podium right now. It's been a fantastic race for McLaren, that's for sure. And no doubt, they'll be celebrating tonight.
Very solid result. Fastest lap and P1 to maximize our personal point haul. Lando Norris P5 makes it 36 points for McLaren this weekend. Alonso and Leclerc behind in P2, P3. Russell P4 with Norris, Stroll, Piastri, Verstappen, Ricciardo, and Sainz rounding out the points finishers. Verstappen P8. This is huge. And no Perez in the top 10 either. Perez in 11th with Tsunoda, Hamilton, Albon, Hülkenberg, Porsche, Zhou, and Vesti rounding out the finishers with Ocon and Behrman failing to finish today's race. So let's look at the standings then. How does this switch things around? Leclerc overtakes Verstappen. Of course, there were only 3 points gap between them, but Leclerc takes the lead in the Drivers' Championship after this weekend. I'm down to 29 points to Leclerc and another 21 to Max Verstappen. So this is getting intense. This battle is worth watching here. Russell and Norris tied on equal points, 163, as they head into the next race. Constructor standings wise, we take the lead. Okay, this was a massive result, taking the lead, jumping Ferrari and Red Bull to take P1 in the Constructors. 10 points ahead of Ferrari with 18 points ahead of Red Bull. So yes, this is massive for McLaren and for myself. So let's keep this momentum going. Very strong race today. Thank you so much to Fernando Alonso, who kept Leclerc at bay and fought him till the end and gave me a chance to run away and secure this victory to make the title challenge very spicy. So let's see what happens next. We are on a roll. I want to keep this momentum going. Let's see if we can get this podium again next time out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe using the subscribe button down below, and hit the notification bell as well so you're notified as soon as I upload next. Thank you guys so much for the support. Take care, and I'll see you guys for a new video tomorrow.